Hey, what's going on, my fellow collectors? Jim here with another figure review, and tonight we are taking a look at another Star Wars Boba Fett. This time it is the Ban Dai 112 scale model kit. Now this one was definitely fun to build, but also a huge pain in the ass. And the main reason is just because there's so many tiny parts. It was ridiculous. Some of the parts that they expect you to cut off the sprue, and then you're constantly shaving back little pieces, like the little nubs that get left on there. Huge pain in the ass. But, I mean, it does turn out to be a pretty good figure. But taking a closer look at the packaging, you do get this really cool image of Boba Fett on the front. It says Boba Fett Star Wars Ban Dai. On the bottom, we got a bunch of images of the actual movie, some images of the figure, along with some of the accessories that it does come with. On this side, we get another cool shot of Boba Fett. On this side, we get a big full-scale look at Darth Vader and Boba Fett. On this side, we have another image, and on the back, of course, it's just all black. But that is the packaging. Let's take a closer look at the finished product. Like I said, it took me a while to do this, just because I was having to do it little bit by little bit after work. And another reason why I went ahead and got the Mayfex one, because I wanted one that looked good. I am eventually going to try my best at painting this up, maybe do some like black shoe polish to bring out the outfit, and maybe try doing some silver, dry brushing or anything like that. If I end up doing that, I might make a little video for that just to show you the finished product. I'm not really like very good with that kind of stuff though. But let's take a look at the accessories. He does come with the one gun, which, I mean, is okay. Like I said, when it comes to the model kit, you're basically just getting the plain kind of casted in color sculpt. But we do get the one hand that you can put on the gun. We do have the two fists, and then it comes with another kind of relaxed, or more or less, used to hold the gun. He does come with this little stand that you can put together, so it holds the figure nice. It has a little spot for his foot. You can kind of slide his foot in there, just gives him a little bit more stability. And I mean, overall, the entire sculpt of it is really, really nice. They did a really good job with the pieces. Let's get in a little bit closer and take a good look at this Boba Fett. I mean, the mask came out really well. There is a lot of stickers that I have not put on here because I started to put on the stickers, as you can see here, and like on his mask, and I just don't like the way that they look, honestly. They just don't look that good to me. So I kind of stopped putting it on. I'm just going to kind of try my best at doing it. But as far as the helmet has a really, really nice sculpt to it. Really, really nice look to it. The viewfinder even has a little hinge that can come down. All of these parts are separate pieces, so it looks really, really good. The shoulder pads are really, really nice. Nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout. The belt is a little bit on the plain side. These pockets do have a little bit of a, kind of like a little bit of a hinge on them with a little bit of give. But really nice sculpting all the way around the figure. Like I said, you're not going to get the paint work that you would with getting the Mayfex, but we also got to remember that this figure was like 26 bucks on Amazon. So I mean, that's a great price for having yourself a really nice 112 scale Boba Fett in your collection. So I mean, it is a route to go, especially if you like putting the model kits together. I mean, I haven't really been messing around with a lot of the model kits. Excuse me. I just got the the Dragon Ball Z one, but I was looking forward to getting this, and this was much more complicated and just a lot more little small pieces. But like I said, overall, really nice sculpt, really nice look to it. It has some pretty decent articulation as well. You get nice movement in the head. You get down, you get a little bit of side, and of course you get swivel at the helmet and at the neck. The arms are really neat because they can kind of like shift out. You can pull the ball joint out, and there is a butterfly in it, so you get nice movement, forward and back like that. And of course that hinges pretty much all the way out horizontally, so really nice job with that. And of course you can see the ball joint in there. But I mean, you can shift all the way around the front. So really nice movement in the arm, and you can just kind of push all that back so it stays nice and flush. So I really like that design of it. Double jointed elbows, really good range. Pretty much get those all the way up. You do have a swivel at the top and bottom here, but you get swivel out of that, you get back, you get forward, you get side, you get side. So pretty much a nice circular motion in the waist. So that's good movement there. The legs, of course, they have the drop. Oh, they have the drop down. They do not have the drop down, or maybe mine's just really stuck there. Let's get that back in there. But they kick up and kind of kick out for the most part. But you do get up, you get out about that much, you get back about that much. You do have a swivel around there. I thought these dropped down. I could have sworn they did. Yes, they do. Okay, so I just pulled too hard, but it does shift down. Gives you a little bit more range going forward and a little bit of range going back, and you can shift that back up in there. Double jointed knees, you don't really get too much with the knees. I was kind of surprised about that. I thought, because there's more clearance there, so I don't know why it won't go back all the way, but mine's stopping right about there. And down for the foot, you do have a hinge that brings it back a little bit, brings it forward a little bit. You do get swivel out of that, and you do have a forward facing pin for rocker, so you get a little bit of ankle movement out of that. But I mean, overall, it makes for a pretty nice figure. And of course, the hands are basically just on, you know, the little stick, so you can just kind of friction it in there and pulling the hands out. But let's get the comparison. Here is the Mafex Boba Fett to the model kit. You know, they're pretty much dead on as far as height and scale. Proportions, it's a little bit, the Mafex is a little bit narrower, where you kind of have like a broader build to this. But I mean, as you can see, just with the paint, you know, I mean, the helmet just looks so much better on the Mafex. They did a great job with all of that, you know, paint and scuff look. So you definitely get a big difference between those two. But I mean, both of the figures are actually really nice. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the model kit at all. Just like I said, you're not going to get as much detail with the model kit as you do with, you know, the Mafex. I mean, overall, they're both really nice pieces. And so it's definitely a cheaper alternative, especially if you like customizing your figures and you're good at that kind of stuff, the paint work and all. I mean, getting the model kit and saving yourself tons of money doing it that way is definitely a good idea. But yeah, guys, so that's the comparison between those two, and that is the Ban Dai model kit Boba Fett. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a great figure. It's a nice addition to the shelf. It looks good. I mean, it's a fun build. It's a challenging build. If you like, you know, the challenging builds, I would definitely recommend tweezers and a really good cutting tool to get the stuff off the sprues, because you're gonna be left with a lot of mess that you kind of have to shave off. But yeah, guys, that is the Ban Dai 112 Boba Fett Star Wars model kit. At the end of the day, it's a great piece for your Star Wars shelf. It's gonna look good. But that is a review, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Give me a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next figure review. Take care.